Shalom. I want to start giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waharuka Kudash, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching of scriptures, among other things, and salutations to Yakim across the earth for doing his work in sincerity and truth. Shalom. So basically, I want to go into, I want to go a little bit into this article. But also, that the Bible covers everything. My wife sent me earlier today, basically a couple of articles of storyline about an Edomite, a Dutch Edomite, who was convicted. Basically, two, one of 25 years, the other ones I don't remember exactly how old he was. But basically, the one he was sending videos to another one, and the other one he got like 1 year and a half. The other one who committed all kinds of foulness, filthiness. That Edomite, they gave him 3 years and TBS, and TBS is like a treatment that they can prolong. I believe every 5 years they're gonna check if somebody needs more treatment. But those, that dude was a child molester, or is a child molester, and a lot of these Edomites, especially these Dutch Edomites, they're well known, and I say it many times, I always call them special because this tribe of Edomites that we got here in Holland, they are very special. They are very filthy, they're very wicked. They, more and more shit of them is coming to the, basically to the surface, to the known. But the thing is, if you look at concerning these child molesters, I cannot really say the other name because then they're gonna just gonna, the small heads, these big nose people, they just gonna flag the video, so yeah. And I already got the other channel on their, how you say that? I'm not able to upload, so already got a strike, so yeah, I'm gonna leave that for a couple of months, Yahuratazah. And then I'm, keep on posting on this channel for a while, Lord willing. So, but if you look at, a lot of times where they catch up, dismantle networks concerning these child molesters, there's always, there are always Dutch guys, Dutch people involved in it, or they running it, Like years ago, you even had a political party that was especially for the child molesters, So that shows you here in Holland concerning wickedness, it's all possible, man. It's all possible. So this dude, he was also doing things with animals, with pigs, and he was graping his own dog, things like that. And they also said that he seems like he had something to do with he had some kind of fetish going on with poo, because he had a lot of full diapers in his house, and he used to work as a babysitter, so he was offering his services on the marketplace, and something like Craigslist, people can sell their also their secondhand stuff and all that, of give stuff away, this and that, Basically, you can find everything. So also people also offer stuff for service there. So he used to, I don't remember exactly the amount, but he had several families that he used to babysit, And they say his biggest victim was a child of 1 year old, because the child was not able to express himself concerning what his babysitter was doing with him, But yeah, that's this Edomite, and this is society. That also shows you, like back in the days, and the Bible got everything covered. For everything, there's a solution. This whole child molesting, and that's also thing, you got these dudes from Israel United and Caesar and all that, they want to call us child molesters, because we teach you the truth concerning the scriptures. The Bible teaches us, as soon as a woman passed the age of a flower, so as soon as a little girl, she hit puberty, things start to grow, and she gonna pass a flower, get a period. That also means that she can get pregnant. So by law, it's not a bad thing if you lay down with her. But the scripture also teaches us, if you got a girl and she is a virgin, but she is young, and you basically do not take her virginity, but she's your, but you save her, basically, you're doing a good thing. Apostle Paul spoke about that. So there are many things, the scripture got everything covered, and people want to follow for that. But if we have used to have the rules of back then, a lot of this wickedness that is going on nowadays wouldn't be like that, because if somebody did something against, I have this article here. I'm gonna read it in a bit, concerning this graping and all that, because scriptures are very clear. If you have a woman, she's a virgin, you grab her, basically you humble her, because that's what you do, you humble her, you take her virginity, you have to keep her for all your life, you cannot put her away like that. But in this society, it's easy to get a divorce and all that, even if that's also a thing that we also teach the younger brothers also, we are not down with this fucking and ducking, this one night stand things and all that. Scriptures teach us, yeah, you are allowed to have multiple women, but if you have multiple women, that means you also have to spread your time. It also costs you time, and you cannot diminish the duty of the marital duty. You got to keep the satisfied. Back in the day, you had to take care of the raiment, their food, and the roof over their head. Nowadays, they got their own money, so they can take care of that. But yeah, the marital duty, you still have to pay attention to them, And of course, if you got your wife, if she's going to, going to some stuff, this and that, you can help her, and and vice versa, because nowadays they got money too. So there's nothing wrong if your wife want to help you with something, this and that, as long as you're not being a leech. You still got to be a man. And the Most High actually had created like this, that as a man should be the provider, and the woman keep it off the house, taking care of the children, and keep the house in check, take care of the food, and those things, and as a man you're supposed to make sure that there is food. But I wanted to read real quick that part concerning the if you got a virgin, Apostle Paul was going into that if you don't touch her, you're doing a good thing. And that, people want to jump on this and that, and they don't want to read the scriptures. We supposed to teach everything, even the things that people don't want to hear. But yeah, like the scripture said, if it were possible, the how you said it, the elect shall not gonna be offended. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Mm, yeah. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 36. But if any man think that he behaved himself uncomely towards his virgin, so you got a virgin, if she passes the flower of her ages, talking about the period, and need so require, let him do what he will, he sinneth not, let them marry. And marry, basically, it doesn't talk about how you see it nowadays going on in the church. A man, yeah, in the church, you got the Pope, the child molester Pope, telling a man and a woman that they become one and this and that. Never, nowhere in the scriptures that shows you that the man went down on one knee and put a ring on a finger. No, man. Back then it used to go like that. A lot of times those marriages were already arranged as soon as they were children, basically as soon as they were born. Or a man goes to the father of the girl and asks if he may marry her. and then they set a agreement concerning a dowry, and then he just pay the money so he can what the father wants, pay that dowry. Back in days it was like silver and gold and this and that. Might have been even goats and all that cattle, what you got, basically. And then you would marry her, and of course, there was nothing wrong with having a party and all that, and then that night they basically the man is going to take your virginity, but you were allowed to stay with her. And of course, later times the bill of divorce came, but you had to have a good reason, to leave her. And it's also if a man back then didn't give the woman the duty of marriage, didn't basically don't didn't lay down the pipe, then she was allowed to leave him. Even if you take another wife, you cannot. If you got your wife already and you're going to take another wife, you are not allowed to give your first wife less fun, basically, the pleasure of sleeping because you got a new wife. And of course, if you got something new, you want to play with that the whole day and this and that. But you cannot forget about your first wife. There are rules and regulation. And like I said, this whole fucking and ducking, you know, this ain't the way it's supposed to be. You know but yeah, nowadays, these women also, the females, they are free, basically, not free, they have the they have the liberty basically to do whatever they want, and they can do more shit in comparison to men, and get away with it. But yeah, let's say if you got multiple wives, and yeah, one of them even concubines, and they want to leave, yeah, who are you to stop them, There's also a thing. But let me read this. This is the book of First Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 36. But if every man think that he behaved himself uncomely, so, toward his virgin, so if she pass the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let them marry. So that shows you that as soon as a woman, and of course nowadays is happening earlier and earlier, but basically she's ready to basically her body is ready to give birth, so you're not going against the law. But like I said, all things are lawful, and not every but not all things are expedient to us, because the scripture also teaches us, if you have two sodomites, a man laying down with men, the Bible said, you can delete them, and it's a rightful thing. But in this society, is not we are not able to do that. That's also why I advise you better not to do that. You might know that that is by a scripture not wrong to do it, but in this society, it's not wise. It's not wise. And the scripture also talk about it, Verse 37, nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity. So basically, you have your virgin, but you don't really feel like, to basically to take a virginity, but a power of his own will, and had so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virgin. So basically, be like, okay, I'm just gonna wait, does well. So you doing well also, So you might have back in the days, you already got your wife, you basically are given to each other, wife is given to you, and but she is, yeah, still young. You'll be like, no, I'll wait, you're doing nothing wrong. So the scripture shows you, and that's whole this whole child molesting thing is out of the window. It's not done, you know by the Bible is not done. Yeah, you got people that use the Bible that do that shit. For example, in the Catholic Church, the Pope and all them, all his demons, Yeah, but yeah, let me just go into the article. Belgian 18 goes to police during holiday in Malta after rape in hotel. An 18-year-old Belgian tourist went to a local police after an allegedly rape in a hotel in Malta, according to the local media. They arrested and detained a 19-year-old tourist from France. Both the 18-year-old Belgian woman and the 19-year-old Frenchman, Jules M., were on holiday in Malta. The incident took place last Monday in the tourist resort of St. Julian's near the capital Valletta. After two holiday makers had become friends, After the two holiday makers had become friends, the 19-year-old allegedly performed a sexual act on the 18-year-old victim without consent. The woman resisted. After the facts, the 18-year-old Belgian went to the police in Malta. They arrested Jules M., 19, but he claims to be innocent. The man will remain in custody for the time being. Local media write he may soon get the chance to answer to the court. And this thing shows you that, because the scriptures are very clear concerning, if you break a rule right on the spot, you're gonna and they catch you right on the spot, you're gonna be punished, and everybody's gonna see it, so you're gonna be an example. And that shows you why this society is so messed up. People doing stuff and basically getting away with it. And yeah, like I said, it's also easy for a woman to divorce and take half of a man, half of his income, his belongings, without even being there while he was building it all up, things like that. You know what happened with was it Hagar? I believe it was Hagar. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hagar with Ishmael. Yeah, I think it was Hagar. They will send yeah, Moses sent them away with with a creek a vessel of with a vessel of water and a loaf of bread. Let me see if I find it real quick. Mm, 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 mm. Don't remember exactly where it was, but I remember the story. Also did a video about that a long time ago. But I don't remember exactly where it was, but that also shows you that that how it used to be. That nowadays, this world is upside down. And like I said, if they were keeping the rules of the Bible, all this madness wouldn't be going on. Somebody would think twice before he lay his hand on a woman. Adultery, all these things, are taken care of. Even concerning the virginity, if a man want to lie, all that. And I'm gonna read that in a moment, but let me check real quick where it was. I don't remember exactly which chapter it was. Well, I know the story, let me see. Yeah, not this one. Let me see. Wait a minute, let me get back to this. Gone. Yeah, I was looking. I was talking about Moses, but it is Abraham. I found it. I was like, I knew the story, but I forgot who it was. Because he had Ishmael. Let me see. Let me see. Because he also said him that he's gonna get, because Abraham was without child, but eventually gonna be father of nations. His name gonna change, and first he had Ishmael, and he thought that his blessing would be with Ishmael. But and then the Most High told him like, no, later that the blessing's gonna be with Isaac, you know. Let me see if I see the part. Mm-mm. Even kijken, let me see. Yeah, Hagar. I was right concerning the name. I was looking, was thinking about what the name was of the mother of Ishmael. It was Hagar. She was the, how you call that? The virgin. So the virgin maid, the maid of Sarah. So yeah, the part that she run away, then the angel of the Lord talks to her that she's gonna get a son, and she have to call him Ishmael, and he shall be a wild man. And you see that until this day, you know, they be bombing himself and all that. And the part that I want, you know, let me see, let me read this. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee, behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. And you can see nowadays, you know, they're sitting on oil and all that, you know. You already see it, you know, they basically, you know, Ishmael, you know, this is their time for them to enjoy, but, you know, we got next. Verse 21, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. So, and then Abraham start to circumcise everybody, you know, himself and all the sons, all the men that he had. And he was 19 years old, 99 years old, Slakia, 99 years old when he circumcised himself. And Ishmael was 13 years old. So, and let me go to the part concerning what I said, you know, because in this society, Esau let the females go with half, even if they weren't even there when the man was making had made all this money, you know. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 21. So this is when Isaac got born, you know. Let me just read a little part. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 21 and 1. And Yahweh visited Sarah as he had said, and Yahweh did unto Sarah as he had spoken. Yeah, and that's also thing. Everything that the Most High said, you know, all his words shall come to pass. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which Yahweh had spoken to him. And Abram called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old. And that also shows us that actually that's the time that you're supposed to do it. And you know, if I speak for myself, I was already, I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I was already a grown ass man when I found out and circumcised myself. And I did. My son, my oldest son, was a little bit older. He was when I circumcised. Yeah, maybe he was 1 or 2, something like that. And my youngest, I did it as early as possible. But in this society, you are not able here, you know, especially here in Holland. You know, as we are still able to do it. You know, costs a lot of money, but nevertheless, you know, you are not able to do it when in a few days. You know, I believe it they don't do it before 3 months or something like that, you know. But I saw the difference between how it you know, heals really quick, you know, because when a child is young, a baby, you know, wounds they close up very quick, you know. You know, my I remember my son, you know, he was a baby. He don't even remember it because he was still a baby. when he got circumcised, and then only the first day you could see that he had, it was kind of hurting him, but he was not really crying all day. He was just, a little bit, just wanna hang, don't really wanna move, But then later he just start moving like nothing going on. Yeah. Let me see. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son, being 8 days old, as Yahweh commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And back then, we used to get old and strong. And that also shows you that the food that we had was much better than the shit that we have to eat nowadays. The land Sabbath was going on, so the earth had plenty time to get his strength again, to get all these nutrients and give it to the whatever has been grown. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see. Let me just continue. And Sarah said, Yahweh had made me to laugh because, back when Yahweh told, when the Mosai told Abraham that he's gonna, that his wife gonna conceive, that she's gonna receive a son, she was laughing. So that all that here will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be here with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. Yeah, because he loved his firstborn son. Same way with Isaac, Esau was born first, he loved him. And Yahweh said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight, because of the lad and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah had said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Yeah. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. Yeah. That's why they have their time now. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water. So there you have it, a loaf of bread and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. So you see that? A bottle of water and a piece of bread, and there you go. That's how it's supposed to be. Take your child and, remove y'all, you know. But nowadays they're going away with half, you know. Let me see. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Yeah, because there's no judgment for their wickedness, they will just continue to do their wickedness. Yes, as simple as that. So let me continue in the article. After the facts, the 18-year-old Belgian went to the police in Malta. They arrested Jules M., but he claims to be innocent. The man will remain in custody for the time being. Local media write he may soon get a chance to answer to the court. And this is a 17-year-old Red Devil, and it's funny, because the soccer team of Belgium, they call themselves the Red Devils. That shows you the true spirit of the Edomites. They know that they are the ops. Last summer, 5 Brussels youths were jailed in Malta for the alleged rape and abuse of a 17-year-old French girl. One of the suspects was a young Red Devil. The 17-year-old had just secured a professional contract with a football club, but his new employer decided to terminate the contract as a result of the facts. So, and like I said, it shows you that because there are no direct punishments, or the punishments are mild, so people keep continuing to do this nonsense. And like I said, back in the days, the rules are very clear, and I'm gonna read about it. In the moment, I'm gonna read the about it. The most I have everything covered. If you would grab a woman, you're supposed to keep her all your life. So you're gonna think twice just to grab someone, and you gotta make sure that she's not promised to someone. All those things. So let me just read. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22. Yeah, let me start at first. Mm, 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 Verse 13. If any man take a wife and go into her and hate her, so you take a wife, and from the moment you lay down with her, she becomes your wife, two shall become one, you become one flesh. And take a wife and go into her and hate her, and give occasion of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and said, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. So basically, like, she was not a virgin. And you can see that by the Moroccans. You can still see that by them going on. As soon as they give their daughter into marriage, and they're gonna the man and the woman, they're gonna spend the night, and that she, because when they when they take the virginity, a lot of 9 of the 10 times, and not always happen, but a lot of times, she might bleed a little bit, and that blood on the sheet, that's a token, evidence that the woman was a virgin, uh, basically when the man took her, and the father, he will keep it, as an evidence, because a lot of times, Jake B, when they fed up, then they want to spread lies, like I just read, and talk about, no, she was not a virgin when I went down with her, but then the father has the proof. So let me see. Then shall the father of the damsel and the mother take and bring forth the token of the damsel virginity. So they would come with a sheet unto the elders of the city in the gate, and the damsel father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hated her. And lo, he had given occasion of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. So this father, the parents, they got the proof, the blood that she was bleeding on the first night. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city, and the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him, and they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and that was a lot of money back then. So they would beat him, and he would get some whip stripes, or with a stick or whatever, and have to pay the father 100 shekels of silver, and give him to the father of the damsel, because he had brought up an evil name upon the virgin of Israel. And she shall be his wife, he may not put her away all his days. So like I said, if you back in the days, you would grab a woman, you're supposed to, and nowadays, of course, you could be like, yeah, but they know virgins, this and that. Yeah, they are no virgins, but nevertheless, we rehearse the righteous act. Before we came in the truth, we were doing all kinds of bullshit too. So now you try your best, your way, and like I said, if you got a girl, or a concubine, whatever, and she want to leave, yeah, just let her go, man. It is what it is. It's on her. But don't put her away. Don't be fucking and ducking. Don't do these one night stands nonsense. It ain't supposed to be like that. So let me see. But if the things be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found of the damsel, so if there's no proof that she was a virgin, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the man of her city shall stone her with stones, that she die, because she had wrought folly in Israel, to play the whore in a father's house, so shalt thou put evil away from you. So, like I said, would be an example. And like nowadays, you got these females, being on OnlyFans and all that, all these things that you got going on, these webcam programs, that they got going on, making money with the coochie in the camera. Back then, they just wouldn't be put to death. But that shows you the wickedness of this society, because they make a lot of money and people supposed to be respect them. Doesn't make no sense. So let me see. So back then they would just stone you in front of your father's house. Example right there. So you would think twice to do that. And nowadays you see it a lot with these Muslims girls. A lot of Moroccans, they are known for taking the cocky up the body. They do it in they sodomize themselves to keep the punani tight. To act a virgin. A lot of them be doing it, and a lot of these Moroccans, Ishmaelites, also, a lot of them, they love to do it in the body too, man. They love to do that shit. But yeah, you ain't supposed to do that, man. So let me see. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, so adultery, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. So if you as a man know that this woman has somebody, have a boyfriend or whatever, dealing with another man, you ain't supposed to mess with her. Those It's very simple, man. Everything's covered. It will if you follow, you can, just by reading this, it shows you that it can save you a lot of trouble, because where if you look at the prisons, the majority of men, they are in prison because of cases like this. Either they had their wife commit adultery and they want to, basically they lay down the wife, or get the wife, or get the man, all that, or the man be tough like this and that, man. So what? Like this rappers, R&B singers talking about somebody else, his girl, this and that, taking, make your girl my girl, this your rascal. There's a lot of shit going on, and that's also always being pushed as stuff. Stuff like, oh, I'm gonna take your girl, man. There are more women than men on this planet, man. Why should you take another man's girl? As a man, you can already have like 3 or 4 girls, you know, that are only of you, that only deal with you. But you want to take another man's girl, man. Nonsense. But yeah, that's what society keep pushing upon us, because they know if we stay far away from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, we are at our weakest. We basically destroying ourselves. Yeah, that's what it is. So let me see. Verse 23, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, so she is promised to a man, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out to the gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, because she didn't scream like, oh no, I'm already betrothed, and I'm being promised to a man. No, she was down to get dirty. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife, commit adultery. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her, so that is that grape thing, and she already has a man, but a woman, she can do nothing against her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. So only the man is gonna die. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For let me see. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death, for as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. Yeah, nobody could help her, you know. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, so basically he grabs her, humbles her, and lay with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. So, if you by force take a woman back then, and she wasn't promised to no one, she was a virgin, you took her, you're supposed to keep her all your life. So yeah, man. So like I said, the scriptures covers everything, and that shows you, if they would live by the laws of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, of the Most High, then this world would be a better place. And that's what this world's gonna be. This world's gonna be a better place. When Yahushai comes back, it's gonna be a better place, man. And yeah. So basically that, man. I'm gonna leave it like that. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Waharuka Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.